Hello, this is Annica Törneryd from Act to Exceed. I am super excited. I'm just about to start an interview with Josh Kerpel, founder of Fortune Fit Pro. Welcome, Josh.
Yes, Annica, awesome to be here. Thank you so much. This is truly an honor. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I would like to say that congratulations, because you are nominee to the 2016 Act to Exceed Award Lifestyle Entrepreneur of the Year. So congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much. That is excellent. I'm flattered. I don't know what to say.
Well, I think
but
you
yeah, that's
deserve
great.
it. Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I hope that I can live up to the standards.
I'm sure you can.
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, like any entrepreneur, I think we all aim to combine lifestyle, freedom, passion, and of course making money. And you take all of that to a whole new level by leaving, I was about to say Earth, but not quite. Can you tell us about the decision you have made about taking your business onto a boat? Was it just a crazy idea, or has this really been like a plan, been prepared for a long time?
Sure. Well, it's been prepared for, I mean, the idea has been around for a while. In fact, I was just having a conversation the other day with someone else who also kind of lives a similar lifestyle, the digital entrepreneur lifestyle, where they can travel from place to place all over the world. And we were talking about sailors, and we were talking about how they were kind of the original digital nomads, where they live on their boats, they sail around, they can pack up and just leave. They have to make it from place to place and figure out how to organize their life and their business around this passion for travel. And so for me, I've always been a traveler. I was an exchange student when I was younger. I lived down in South America for a year, and then I studied over in Europe, and then I spent a lot of time in Southeast Asia and India. And then I sailed on tall ships all over the world, including places like the North Sea and up and around Denmark. And we hit a couple other places too up there, racing different tall ships. So I've always wanted to live that type of life. I feel excited about that kind of life. But then I wanted to combine a sense of business and entrepreneurship with that. So it all came together in this idea, and now it's been a few months where I've really started to push the idea forward, and now it's happening.
It's happening indeed. Yeah. I read and I've seen pictures of you sailing, or I don't know if that's the right term, but the tall ships, and you say that you've been around the world already on boats. Is that a hobby, or were you competing? Is it has it been a profession?
It was a profession. I was paid to do all of that stuff. Those type of boats, the traditionally rigged sailboats that you see that look like pirate ships, they're fully operational. They have crews that do everything from maintaining the sails to all of the engine work to navigation to cooking to everything. And that community is rather small. Right, there's only a few boats that actually do this all over the world, so everyone knows one another, and it was great to get into that kind of community, and then you can just go from boat to boat and get essentially get paid to maintain the boats and help them sail on their various missions.
Okay, so you're actually you're a paid pirate.
Yeah, except without the stealing and looting. We just, but we did a lot of education. Actually, that was one of the big things that we did. Was we would bring students on board, and we would do educational sales for months at a time.
Oh, okay. That's not the everyday job that people have. What are you most excited about for the next 6 to 12 months?
Well, really, I'm currently at a stage now where growth is happening very quick. So in the next 6 to 12 months, I'm building a team, and I can't wait to see that team grow and to see all of, like, in the background, a lot of things have happened in the last like 2-3 years that have led me to all of this. And seeing all those little things that are seemingly scattered all over the place come together into a ball, into a center where it's really everything just clicks and starts working, and you start to gain momentum. I can't wait to see that further grow.
Yeah. Is there, like, your project is special and pretty big. Is there anything in particular you worry about or scared might not go as you plan?
The internet connectivity is definitely an issue. Making sure that I have access to the team. So I would say one of the things that is always in my mind is how I can make the team better and more cohesive, work better together, so that I can essentially remove myself from the equation for periods of time in case I don't have the internet. So that's kind of what I'm worried about. It's a concern. It's an overcomable concern, but it's something that is always a challenge.
Yeah. Okay, and in your life and professional career, what inspires and drives you?
Well, I do like to inspire other people to take risks and to live outside of their comfort zone. Having the opportunities that I have after college and then sailing on tall ships, I've seen a lot of great things. I've met a lot of fantastic, heartwarming people, and you don't really get those type of experiences if you don't step out of your comfort zone and just try, and just go for it. So when I like inspiring other people to do that same thing, because I know that greatness awaits them, and so I'm driven by a sense of exploration, and just trying to provide value for people in people's lives any way that I can. I'm extremely passionate about doing that.
I know you're telling the truth because I have experienced it, right? Yeah. Okay. In your opinion, what are the one to three most important ingredients if we want to make our dreams come true?
Well, number one is most certainly guts.
Yes.
You have to be brave enough to step out there and just take a chance. And know that there's a good possibility that you'll fail the first couple of times, but that's okay, because that's how you grow. Number two, a support group, hands down. Whether that's friends, family, just people that understand who you are, what you're all about, and then support you in some way, encourage you. That's essential. And then I would say number three would be having an insatiable appetite to learn. Because the process of making your dreams come true is dynamic. It's always changing, and it's not just arriving at a destination and then saying, okay, that's cool. It's always going to be growing and learning and stretching. And so having that appetite to learn and to better improve yourself over the long term, that's a massive key to success in my mind.
Okay, thank you. Who do you serve, and what is it you help them with?
Sure. I serve online fitness professionals, people that are in the health and nutrition space, people that are coaching online, and have clientele from all over the world. I help them with their marketing. So specifically, as it has to do with webinars, creating online live workshops and events that position them as knowledgeable authorities in whatever niche they have. Help them grow their online presence, and then create them like the world's greatest presentations they've ever seen.
Awesome. What advice would you give to new entrepreneurs who are just starting out, who don't really know where to start? what, in your opinion, needs to happen or exist first in order for them to start making money sooner rather than later?
Well, the number one lesson that I have learned over a couple years now of different various ventures has been to take myself out of the equation. You know, that idea of sort of detachment, detaching myself from the equation. And what I mean by that is the very best thing that you can do starting off is to identify people that you want to work with and what their problems are, and then figure out a solution for those problems. The one biggest mistake that people make is that they put themselves into the situation and say, what do I think is going to be really cool? You know, well, I think, you know, it would be really cool to have this, you know, and then you invest and commit yourself a lot of time and effort and money to produce that. And once you've got it over here, then you move it over here and you say, okay, now who wants it? You know, who's ready? And a lot of times it doesn't work that way. You find out that not too many people are as passionate about your solution as you are.
Painful.
Yeah, and it's extremely painful. It's like a huge, it can be a huge letdown, personal letdown. So
that when it becomes really difficult to take yourself out of the equation, especially when you're starting out, because you're so passionate about it.
Yes, exactly. And I heard a quote, you know, about really famous artists and photographers. You know, they attribute their success to being able to let go of the things that they love. So if it's not working and they have to just sort of concede to that and say, okay, well, what is working? Even though I love this thing, I'm going to let this go and move on and grow into something else that is. So I think that's a huge thing. Doing your client research up front and solving an actual existing problem, and not just any problem, but like a massive problem.
Yeah. Let go of your ego a little bit.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. What is your big dream? Like something you would really, really like to achieve that you haven't already done, something to add to your story or your CV, something that you would be really proud of. What would that be?
Circumnavigation.
Means?
So that would be sailing around the world, literally around the world. And also doing it in a philanthropic way. I don't want to do it just for me. I want to have a mission involved with this, and a mission that isn't profitable for me. It's benefiting other people. So some type of foundation, some type of charity work interlaced with the idea of sailing around the world. It's been done before. There's various ways to do it, and now I'd like to take my chances and create something great as well.
I have a feeling it's happening.
Me too.
Yeah. What's your greatest accomplishment so far, in your opinion?
My greatest accomplishment. I've added a couple. Let's see. I would say, well, when I was 26, I was asked to be the captain of a really big sailboat, a 3-masted schooner with a crew of 12 people. I was like the youngest captain they'd ever had. So, so that was an incredible accomplishment. I went back to school, and I got straight A's in an advanced and like math and engineering degree. That was huge. That was a huge accomplishment. And then, man, what else? I spent I survived for 2 months in northern India on a motorcycle. That's probably a huge one.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, so on the other hand, what has been your biggest setback or challenge in your career or personal life?
I would say hands down myself, right? My own limiting beliefs on what's possible. Even though I like to go out and explore and meet new people, at the end of the day, you are only as successful as you believe you'll become. So, so getting over your own fears and doubts about trying something new and putting yourself out there and being vulnerable. That was a big issue for me. Trust is also, a big issue for me. So trusting people and bringing them on a team and really putting more responsibility in other people's hands. That's kind of something that currently still holds me back, but I'm aware of and I'm working on day by day.
Okay. And when things don't really go your way, do you have a really good strategy to pick yourself up, let go, and move on? And like, how do you recharge your batteries when you're totally
well, the sailing helps. Like just being able to cut loose and go out on the water for a while. But helping other people is the best way I've found. So not focusing on yourself so much and really just volunteering your time for someone else recharges my batteries. I feel really good after I do that typically.
Yeah. Okay. What did you enjoy the most during last week, this past week of work, and why?
I am in transition now. So like the room behind me here, it's starting to get super, very empty, and it's all being moved onto the boat. So this last week has been very exciting in kind of like uncovering and then tackling all of the challenges that are met by moving all of my stuff onto the boat and then starting to shift the business onto the boat. So I would say that,
I can't stop thinking about, I mean, there's quite a huge difference of living in a flat or a house, and a boat. So what do you do with all your stuff?
Sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of that. I've given a lot of stuff away, and I have to be. It's freeing in a way. It really is. I've acquired a lot of stuff over the last maybe 4 or 5 years. But in the end, a lot of that stuff doesn't help me achieve my goals any faster. In fact, it kind of weighs me down a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's freeing.
What are the 2 most valuable things you've learned over the past year?
I would say 1, the idea that the work teaches you the work. I think I learned that from a guy named Bernard Moitessier, who's one of the most famous solo sailors that have ever lived. And it goes very well hand in hand with entrepreneurship. The idea that when you're out on a boat, you're completely self-sufficient. Now, in the entrepreneurial world, you're not necessarily completely self-sufficient, but you are required to wear a lot of hats and to do multiple things. They're your responsibility. So if you don't know how to do something, it's your responsibility to figure it out. But it's the work, just going out and trying it and doing it, that's going to teach you how to do it. And then the other thing would be the idea that what gets measured gets done. So having a way to track your progress, having a way to track your systems, keeping tabs on all of that really is where all of your progression, lives.
Yeah. Okay. And imagine you are 2 years into the future and you have acquired this new skill that you are super proud or happy about. What would it be like? What would you be super happy to be able to present and say, I now
did this? Let's see. I would.
Or I now know how to play the guitar with only my ears.
Okay. Well, I would say 1, that I've helped at least 200 fitness professionals achieve or get closer to their goals.
Okay.
That I've inspired thousands of people on a YouTube channel, on a YouTube channel that goes over to live their own dreams out. And personally, I want to learn how to play the blues piano, like really, really bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I could do those 3 things, that is the idea.
I presume you're not taking a piano on the boat, right?
No. So I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Can you tell us something that most people don't know about you?
Sure. Well, I speak Spanish,
Hablo
and
español.
claro que sí. I teach a Spanish class via Skype twice a week.
Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Okay. For everyone who wants to work with you and get help from like the marketing, if they're a health coach, fitness pro, what is the best way to contact you?
Definitely email or Facebook. So if you just look me up on Facebook, it's just Josh Corporal, and the email is josh@fortunefitpro.com. And there's also a website as well, for www.fortunefitpro.com.
Okay.
Easiest ways.
And when you leave now and you go sail on the waves, you'll be on your email and on your Facebook regularly.
Yeah, as much as possible. This coming summer, more often than not, because this is the summer that all of the bugs and everything get worked out. So the transition will happen over the summer, and I found a spot where it's got pretty decent Wi-Fi, so I'll be able to connect a little bit more often.
Okay. Do you have like a special offer or something that they can take, that people can sign up for right now?
I do. Well, I've got multiple different packages, but the one that's the most popular right now is that when coaches and entrepreneurs and fit pros want to produce their own webinars, there's a major hang up on the technical side, the hosting side, the moderation side. So what I've started to do now is that I have a monthly like spotter package, like a weightlifting spotter.
Okay.
And that's just a monthly fee where I will create and host and moderate 2 live webinars for you, give you 2 recorded replays, landing and thank you pages done, autoresponder links done, all for $197 a month.
Okay.
So
and I'm just gonna say that for anyone who has like technical challenges like myself, Josh is the man. He helped me figure out how to make Webinar Jam work, which was so frustrating. I think I got a gray hair from it. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Absolutely, and thank you. I mean, it's definitely, it's one of those things where it's daunting at first, but once you get the hang of it, then you're golden. Then it gets so much easier. Yeah, I mean, and the difference if you compare Googling or checking out YouTube and how to do this and that, I spent hours and I listened with much attention and carefully, and I took notes, but it is so different with having someone like a live person who really knows it, and you can ask your specific questions and not having to read through a book of Q&As that are not really your problem. So I think that it's awesome that you provide this service. Yeah, thanks. It goes hand in hand with that idea of just trying to save your time by investing money instead of the other way around. Yeah. And it really is the best way to get your specific needs taken care of immediately, rather than trying to wade through so much stuff and figure out what works for you. So thanks. I really appreciate that. Yeah, and I mean, you can say it again and again, but having a service or a product that actually helps people with something they are struggling with, you sell. It's the best thing you can ever do if you want to make business, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Before I round up with 10 quick ones, I'm going to shoot you some questions, like to get to know you a little bit better for the listeners. Is there anything special you would like to say or share? Man, well, I just really appreciate the opportunity to be here and to be talking with you. And I'd like to say that I know exactly the kind of services that you provide with helping people with their branding and creating a book. And I will be employing you in the future to write an amazing book about life experiences. What a story, huh? I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, so I could say to everybody listening that if you are interested in something like that, I know firsthand that this woman is amazing at what she does. So check her out. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I will be asking you 10 questions, and you have to select one of them. I'm going to say, like, would you rather this or that? And even if you don't like any of them, you have to pick one.
Okay.
Okay. So here we go. Would you rather wear everyday, all day suit or joggers?
Joggers.
Early morning or late night?
Early.
Book or movie?
Book.
Ebook or paperback?
Paper.
Real books. I like that. Action or romance?
Action.
Aha. What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Man, it's been a while since I've actually watched a movie. The one that comes to my mind, I want to say, I really like, it's not even action. It's Good Will Hunting. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I always like that movie.
I like it. I like that one. Okay. Listen or talk?
Listen. If you want to be successful anyway, gotta listen.
Yeah. I mean, yes, obviously. But which do you most enjoy? Do you like to listen, or do you kind of enjoy talking?
Okay. Well, I think that I am sort of an introvert when it comes to, the way that I've just kind of grown up. Plus the sailing thing, you're almost attached in a way, which I resonate with. So listening for sure for me.
Yeah. Okay. Ski holidays or beach holidays?
I've never skied before. I've snowboarded once a few months ago. That was the first and only time I've ever done it. So I would have to say beach. Yeah.
Cook at home or eat out?
I like cooking. Cook at home.
Yeah. All right. Skydiving or shark diving?
I've never, probably shark, because I've skydived before and it was fantastic. I've never dove with sharks, so that would be another awesome step.
Yeah, I hope no one ever asks me, because okay. Last but not least, would you rather have milkshake or protein shake?
Protein shake? Do they both taste good? Milkshake, obviously. Yeah.
What flavor?
Chocolate.
Yeah. All right. Josh, it has been a pleasure talking to you again, and I wish you and the crew a spectacular adventure and great success with the business on the boat, right? Internet and everything. May the internet gods be with you.
Yes.
Let me know if you're coming any near this area of Europe, so I can come and take a picture. And much safe travels on the great oceans. Take care.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate just being here, being able to talk with you. I certainly will if I'm ever sailing up there. You're the first person I'm going to call, and
they have a really nice harbor in Gothenburg, Sweden.
Really, I've been there actually. And they have those really low bridges where the boats, everyone has to like duck down underneath to get underneath.
Yes.
It's
called paddan. I mean, it's like a big frog. What do you call them? A tadpole?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the boat is really, it looks weird, but yes, the bridges are. You really have to lay down in the boat.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like, I really enjoyed sailing up in that area, and I would love to go back. So I'm contacting you. Get ready.
I'll be there. I'll see you in the harbor in Sweden.
You got it.
Okay. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.